Okay, so it's just after 5 o'clock on Saturday the 17th. And I was just noticing that because I keep saying about this tooth being sensitive, but really all my teeth are sensitive. And you know what's so weird is because I keep having this one up here that keeps being sensitive, but when it starts hurting, I have to really focus and figure out where that's coming from. Otherwise, it just seems like it's coming from this one. So I have to stop and be like, is that this tooth? Is it hurting? Or, and then I'll like realize, like, no, it's up here. And, but I'm having like tons of teeth pain. Tons. So, where I'm saying that this is sensitive, it may be due to whatever's causing the teeth pain in all of my teeth. So, anyways, that's my point that I was trying to get to. So, let's have a look at it, anyways, while we're talking about it. And yeah, there it is. It's like, God, my eyes are playing tricks on me or something. Uh, which I gotta say about this, you know how I'm always saying about there's bugs crawling around in my face and shit, and I sound kooky, and I feel like there's bugs crawling in my nose, in my eyes and stuff, and I can feel them crawling through my eyelashes. Well, the friend that was over here the other day to see my mom, she just got diagnosed with having, hold on, my nose, it's just like crazy. It just keeps raining and raining too. And so it's raining and the sky it is so abnormal looking. I don't even know what the fuck we're breathing in. But it's making me sick as fuck. With a runny nose and a like stomach flu kind of thing, it's just like, what the fuck? Gosh, my nose. Let me think for a sec. So she just got diagnosed with eyelash mites. And so they were showing her the pictures and stuff, and then they were saying the treatment was 2K. 2K for this treatment, for this stuff to get rid of the eyelash mites. And I was like, oh my God. I told her, I said, I swear to God, way more of us have these eyelash mites than I guess. I swear to God, I feel things crawling in my eyelashes. And I feel things crawling, and it's like they're going down inside my eye and shit. And, but you can't find anything because these are microscopic. And it is almost like they created germaphobe because they got people to focus on something that it's like they go so into it. And it's like, I don't know, when they start doing these magnifying the bacteria and stuff, and you start seeing all this stuff and the worms and all this stuff, then it is like, ugh. But it's so tiny. And in 2000 for the treatment, are you, John, fucking God. I swear to God, people got to see how these fucking gangsters are trying to ream us, man. They probably are looking through the I might sell out in our society that would be getting on us. Raining them down in the goddamn weirdo fucking cloud sky weird shit they got going out there. And so anyways, it's just shenanigans all the fucking time. And right now the energy is so intense. Like even when I'm moving, I feel like I'm moving weird. Like everything is so weird. Um, but last night, and I've decided that the moon must be what it's doing is it must be going behind us somehow for some reason, like which you know, I mean, it's not above us. Like I've been saying for years now, everything is swinging out around us. It's going out around us where people think it's like going over us and it's landing over here. Nope, it's just swinging around, swinging around. It's like, nope, it's not over us. And it's all in a whole new place again. And it's like, it's weird how it was going and then it like turned. And then it's like, I don't even know. It's like doing its own thing. It's to me, it's like a big part of the show or something, because I don't know, when you see this kind of nonsense, I think it makes you really question reality, at least this reality. Like I'm constantly like, this is a Truman Show. Like they just turn on the sun, turn off the. It's like this is so ridiculous. But the let me think, because on the eyelash on the bugs on us. The I don't even know. I mean, to me it is just the detoxing and all that stuff is all like, and the whole thing about that is like killing off the parasitical stuff in a natural way. And then but your system, the illusion of a system that we have, still needs to be properly maintained. And the filter system can't be clogged up. So you have to clean it. So you have to detox. So you have to, what all the stuff that's clogging in there that's trying to filter through your system, it is all these forever chemicals, BRMB, double D, whatever, all that bullshit, that it clogs up your system. And so it can be clogging in your blood, it can be clogging in your lungs, it can be clogging in your kidneys, it can be clogging in your liver, your spleen, all over the place, in your stomach. People are getting the big C, which the big P, all over inside of them, and stuff gets like clogged up. Plus they put everybody's system out of whack, so they put everybody's pH out of whack. Plus they deplete their system, their immune and the minerals and everything. Like somebody, the person who was telling me about the eyelash mites, also was talking about her son, who isn't very old. I think he's in his early 50s or something, and he has degenerative bone disease in his back and spurs in his neck and stuff, and all this stuff. And I said it's got to be mineral deficiency. And Barbara O'Neill, she is I saw her talking about the bone density problem thing, and she was saying it's not calcium. They tell you gotta have calcium, and that's not the main mineral. And so anybody who's having any kind of bone deterioration or depletion, it's like your body is drawing on everything it can to keep itself going. And so it's pulling the minerals out of everywhere inside of you. So it pulls all the minerals out of your hair, out of your bones, out of your teeth, out of everything, out of your organs. So it's sucking you, kind of like a raisin. That's why all these people who are aging start to appear like a raisin, because it's like it's sucking everything out of them to keep them going, because they're so deprived of minerals and stuff. And then they carry so much emotional baggage that they just it all goes together, for them. The tired, worn out, life's too hard, it's a burden. And they get sicker and sicker and more worn out. But this is a time of change, and this is when some of us are going to do things different, and so emotionally heal. And then with the new information, it's just like you got to come at things differently with your nutrition and the detoxing and stuff. So to me, I don't know, like I haven't really been feeling them since I left the house. I can't think of I remember being there and talking about it and saying, I swear to God, I feel things crawling in my eyelashes, and I would feel things crawling around my face and stuff. And I don't know that I have since I've been here. And I feel like that is the chlorine, that mishap, happy accident or whatever, really made a difference. And I was really looking at so many things, the happy accidents that happen through life, of the things that we can't do for ourselves, and the universe steps in and just forces it. And so, and I am somebody who has to have things forced a lot. Like, I will make it work, I will work on it, so you can keep yourself stuck. Sometimes you gotta know when to let go and move on. And so anyways, I was just thinking about that. But there's a lot of us that need an extra shove. And just like in my job, like all these things are just playing out through my head of like how I would hold on, and how I have this, just keep going kind of thing. And it can be misdirected. Like, it's not a bad thing to have, but you can misdirect it. You got to know where to put your energy, and where it's just being siphoned, or it's being sucked out of you. But and you'll draw a lot of energy vampires when you're just giving it away, and they don't give back. That's where it becomes out of balance, because they are like a vacuum. They need and need and need. It's like an insatiable need, whatever it is, and so they have nothing to give back, and it doesn't ever fill their cup. It is like it just goes through them, and so they're always looking for more, whatever it is. It can be. There's such an assortment of things that we have available here of dysfunction. Like, pick your poison. But anyways, I would think off of some of these detoxing and stuff. So I just think if that reset my pH level or something, or I know it had to have killed the mold and stuff, but maybe in that. Now my eyelashes are itchy. I did say the other day, though, that they were itchy, or I felt something. Now I remember that. So, I don't know. But that's always where I can't remember every little detail of every little thing. But anyways, I was thinking that, maybe if it changes your, like, homeostasis, then it will make things not be able to live off of you that were. But I don't know. I mean, like, for one thing, I live with dogs, and maybe I've got dog mites for all I fucking know. And if I even get rid of them, they're just going to keep coming and coming and coming. Maybe there's nothing. Maybe it's my hair that catches in my eyelashes and it tickles it, and I think something's walking on them. I don't even know. That's how weird everything is. Everything is just like, fuck, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Could be this, could be that, could be this, could be that. There's so many things. This world is just like, it's so vague. And it's like we try so desperately to make it make sense and put it all together in a way that we can understand. But we try and turn it into something of stone or concrete when it's way more like air or water. And so it's way more in the vague region, when we don't need to try and make everything make sense. It's way more of like, oh yeah. Oh, I was just seeing it, like when you're traveling and you're driving in the car or boat, whatever, and you're in the passenger position, and you're just looking at the scenery, and it's not like you're going through and trying to logically, calculate all the scenery, and well, that's a blah blah blah, and that's blah. You're just enjoying it, enjoying the ride, and that's what we got to get more into, that groove in life of just enjoying the ride, not trying to figure it all out, discover. That came out loud, and not trying to just discover. Like we have got to understand it to be able to enjoy it or something, and maybe we just need to learn to enjoy it. And the more we enjoy it, the more we'll begin to understand it. And you know what's so strange too? Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, let me think, because I was going to talk about that, but it seemed like there was something else I was going to talk about before that. Oh yeah, this fucking bullshit, man. Okay, so the fucking intense energy shit. And so last night, fucking fuckery. So I think the first time I got woke up was to Archie and Max fighting over vomit out here. And, I was pretty sure I knew whose vomit it was. And Archie, he's ready to go to town. Like, oh, don't you try and take this vomit from me. I was like, you guys are so gross. So, I was just, oh, God. And I was so out of it. I was so tired. So I'm turning on the lights, trying to get paper towels, coming over there. He's eating his fucking vomit as fast as he can. I get my little spray, and so I'm starting to try and clean it up and get the last remnants. And I'm just like, oh God, I'm so frustrated. Go back to bed. And then I get comfortable, and then all of a sudden, there I hear it again, retching again. I was like, I didn't even hear the retching the first time. All I heard was the fight over who's going to eat the puke up. I was like, next time I'm just gotta just leave it. I mean, I think he cleaned it up better than I cleaned it up. So I got up again, and I was just like, oh my God. And I came over and started getting the stuff to clean it up again. And I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe this. I was just like moaning and whining the whole way. And he is eating the fucking puke as fast as he can. So before I can get over there and get it, he's just gobbling it, watching me with, I was like, God. Oh, last night I had the sex show for like an hour. It's just like, God dang, guy, just hurry up and finish. Jesus Christ. I don't know what the problem is. Like, he doesn't know if he finishes unless he sniffs the blankets, and he has to like go to town, and then he stops and he goes and sniffs everything, and then he's like, okay, well, I'm not satisfied, so let's do it again, round and round and round and round. And I'm like, oh, please stop. Oh my God, please stop. And it isn't. I mean, he's penetrating. Like, sometimes it's a toy, sometimes it's a dog bed. Yesterday it was a wad of blankets, on top of the dog bed. He bundles them all up, gets them going. Oh, he knows exactly how he likes it, and then he just holds on and goes to town. I was like, oh my, it's way different. And Archie goes all gremlin too, and this crazy face, and his mouth becomes bigger, his eyes become bigger. Which, by the way, those bug eyes, they get shit on him all the time. Like, fuck, dude. I would think that your eye would be hurting. You got hair, like, oh my God. Yesterday he had these wads, and I'm trying to clean them off. And I was like, what in the holy hell? I didn't know about these eyeball thing. But anyways, so when Archie starts doing that, he's just doing regular like dog humping. Like, they all go out to the dog park, and some dog is always over there trying to hump on them all. And that's Archie. But he doesn't just try and hump on everybody and everything. He just has his mate that he likes to. But it's a dominant thing, and he just dominates Max. He's just constantly kicking Max's ass, constantly humping him like, I'm the winner. But Max, he's got a whole other thing going. And he's going to town. He's got like a release situation that needs to happen, but it's like he can't figure it out. Like, and I don't know if it ever. I'm just beside myself. Like, oh my God, there's nowhere to go. I could go in the tent and hide from it, I guess. But anyways, it's intense. And it's like, oh my God, I had no idea that dogs were so. Boy dogs were. Winston wasn't ever like that. Mickey, he used to go up and hump on Winston. Winston was giant. Mickey's little. Mickey's so little. It's so blind now. He's such a little thing. But and him and Stella didn't get along, so that's why he came to stay at my mom's. But and my mom like gets really attached to him. And so, but he's always done better here because she has all these little dogs, and so he's just part of the little tiny pack. And so but anyways, he used to, when I had him before I had Stella, and Winston was big, but he would always go up and hump Winston all the time. And I always thought, well, he just really likes red hair. And I just was like, because it was the craziest thing. Winston, he would just go over there and start humping him all the time. That's the only time I really had any humping issues with dogs. Like, this is a whole new thing. I don't know if pugs are over sexualized dogs or what the hell, or their age or what, especially when they come and they have their balls removed. It's like, what is the drive here? What's going on? Like, I don't know. It's so weird. So anyways, it's intense, and it kind of grosses me out. So I think it would turn on, like it would be the show for the freakouts. It's not my thing. So anyways, so after that, so 2 pukes, and getting up, and then Stella, she wanted more medicine, so I have to get up, get medicine, then do that. Then there was another thing. Then she wanted out. It was just like this constant going and going and going all fucking night, it seemed like. And when I would lay down, I would be really out. And then when I got up, I was having this weird feeling anyways of like, it's just this weird feeling that's been going for weeks or months or something, of like something's about to happen. But to me, it feels like somebody's about to be here. We're about to have it, it's like, I don't know, it's this weird feeling. And so then when I got up, and because it still started whining, I was like, okay, I'll just get up then, fuck that shit. So I got my phone and I looked at it, and I had this video that I had done yesterday, and it was after I saw, because people are freaking out now about how much AIDS is everywhere, and the numbers are coming up, and people are like, like, this is bad. There's this many people here, there's this many people here, and stuff like that. And so I did this video. It was very in code, and said, something about we're not giving it to each other. It's been given to us, and it's in something that you consume. And so, just kind of left it vague like that. But the comments, like, oh my God, everybody knew exactly. And everybody was saying in the comments. And it was going fast. It was getting a lot of views, even though they've been really on my thing of not letting my videos go. Because every time there was one, I think there was a couple weeks ago, and it got up in the thousands or something views. And so every time then they just like shut it down, and then it's like nothing will get any views. It's weird, because you think there would be a growing kind of thing, but it just shuts down. And so then it's just like, fuck them. And I don't like really feel like posting or anything. It's like, it's just fucking bullshit. Playing their fucking games all the time. It's that fucking bullshit. And so I don't know. I hadn't really, I will say something like if I get really super motivated or whatever. But anyway, so this video was having a bunch of views, and the comments though were crazy. And so then I got a notification from TikTok. There was a lot of bullying in my comments, and they were going to go in and take care of it. They just wanted me to know that because of all this bullying, they were going to go in and they were going to handle it. And so I went into the thing and I took the settings where they couldn't do anything about the bullying, supposedly. I mean, they do whatever the fuck they want anyways. But they couldn't do anything in my comments. I removed any access they had or something, supposedly. And then, just went about my business, went to bed. Got up, and there was a whole bunch of comments. And so I was reading the comments, and it was like, all these people know exactly what's up. And I'm sure that's really pissing them off. But then I see they've removed the video. They took the whole video down. I mean, it wasn't over what I said. I know it was over the shared communication in the comments. They are watching. Somebody, well, the media moguls or whoever's in control of our communication, then they are monitoring it. But they aren't the only ones. It's being monitored because there's also a group monitoring to see the level of the awakening. And so it's kind of to monitor the introduction for more information. So everything is kind of being monitored, but the other group is trying to control it. And so, yeah, they want to stop us from talking, but they can't stop. Like, there's so many people who know, but I couldn't even believe that. That pissed me the fuck off too. I was just like, the fucking bullshit with censorship and the control that they have over us, and that it's like we allow it just out of desperation to talk, that we will, support their stuff when they are fucking with us all the time. It's just absurd. It was a weird noise. Last night when I opened it, because I had opened it a couple times, and there was it was definitely a weird sound out there, like a, oh, that's a dog snoring, but it was like a weird kind of woo, 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 like that whirring kind of sound. And then I thought, well, it could be somebody like has some kind of machine going all night, but I don't know. There's like Truman Show. He's got generators going on full blast or something. And the sky is just really weird over here. I don't know what it's like in all the different places, but it definitely over here is like there's a merging of more than one atmosphere. Like it looks like this. There's one sky that looks like this. There's another one that looks like this. And there's another one that looks like this. And they're all kind of layered and they keep hitting into each other and merging in certain places. And so it's very weird looking. There's like a blue sky, then there's this, and the way it goes out is the weirdest thing, how the sky goes way out. It's like it doesn't, it's like changed the shape, changed the format, changed, I don't know. All the stuff just keeps changing. I mean, going from globe to flat to this is all an illusion. We're living inside a honeycomb, inside of a space bubble, in an energetic frequency bubble, and we're living inside of that, like a snow globe kind of thing, only it isn't all open. It's all different levels of different experiences and stuff happening, of different realities and whatnot. See, that is really itchy on my eye, but I feel certain that is my hairs. But no matter what, now I've got the eye mites in my head. It's like, I'm not surprised of any of the stuff that, you know, I mean, it only makes sense. Like, I think it was kind of shocking when I very first started being like, parasites? Like, people with parasites? What? But then, you know, in third world countries, but then they were always like, well, they don't have clean water. They don't have all those, you know, over here where they make like, oh, we got clean water and stuff. We got poison. We got poison water. We got poison everything. But then all of a sudden, you know, we've all got them. But then it's like, well, our pets all have them. If you have pets, you've got them. Your cats have them. Your dogs have them. Birds, squirrel, everything has got them. So it only makes sense that we would too. But and some of the, they're so gross. Like, yeah, if they are putting all these extra stuff to grow more parasites and stuff, like there's some really gross footage. Like if you go with the parasite thing, like, this one keeps coming to me. I think it's a bear, and it is like this giant ass worm is hanging out of it. And there's a bunch of different kind of is it insects or rodents or something, and these parasites go in them and then they take over, and then they're kind of like hanging out of them at the tarantulas can get taken over like by some kind of parasite. I can't remember like all the different videos, but the one keeps going through my head of this big bear running and this thing hanging out of it. It's like, what the hell is that? It's like an octopus is hanging on for dear life. And then I was like, oh no, that's parasites. And then it's like, are they making it worse in nature by what they're trying to do to us? Are they making everything more? And that's like, there's so much cruelty here, so much cruelty and control. Like when you have to control what people talk about, you have to control how they live and everything. They're so parasitic, like they need us for them to be able to survive. We don't need them. That's the thing, is when the tables turn, we don't need them. They need us to survive because they're a bunch of lazy asses and they live off of us, live off of our energy. They live off of all of our hard work and everything. We're the ones that make everything and create everything and do everything. They don't do shit. They do what they do is they don't even do their kidnapping for themselves. They have somebody else go do it and bring him, serve them. The serve man. Only they're serving man to the vamps. So there's some weirdo, but we don't need them. And they are bloodsuckers. They're gonna dry up. I just saw this video. This guy, it was somebody talking about that they were at a ritual or something, and they said that this old man came in. He was all decrepit, and he was the what is that word? Maitre d'. It's the master of ceremonies. Maybe that's what he's called, master of ceremonies. Which in that one that I had talked about a few weeks and months ago or something, that occult guy who supposedly was friends with Cappy, he was talking about a ritual called the Alice in Wonderland or something Alice ritual. And he said in the one that Cappy was talking about or something was, or the one that this guy had the evidence on or something, that Johnny Depp was the master of ceremony. That is where I was like, and he goes, it is so detailed, the whole story thing. And so, and they all do it. It's not just one happening. They do it all across all of the different cult connected people. They all do the same ritual on the same time, the same night and stuff. So it's, I don't know, have more power or something. If there's some kind of Alice ritual, it's fucking dark. And it does include consumption. I think that they even start the chewing down on while the person's alive. But, you know, that's where they get the supercharged blood. But anyways, at this ritual this guy was talking about, so this old decrepit guy, he comes in and he's the master of the fucking thing. And he's doing the ritual and shit, and then gets the blood, and then he drinks it. And he said right before his eyes that he changed into a young person, that it changed him. He said that was a real vampire. And but I think that there are these beings, and they are like they needed our life force or something to keep themselves going. There's some kind of the only thing that is that we, in our understanding, is kind of looks at it as vampire or vampirism or something, but that is basically what they are, because they live off of us. They're old as fuck. They're relics. They're not the same as us. And this was this other thing I wanted to say, because I don't know, this whole religion thing, it just is like, oh God, it's so, and yeah, oh my God. Yesterday I saw this video with Neville Goddard. I don't know who he is, but I've heard his name, but I have no idea who he is. And so some of you guys might know. You might, you know, you can enlighten me who this fella is, because I didn't go look it up or whatever. Just the video that he was saying, I was like, oh, see, this is the same philosophy I have. I totally am, you know, I totally believe like what this guy believes. And then I was like, maybe if I have my mom here, then she'll understand more of like, you know. So I went and I was playing it, and she was listening, and then she said, oh yeah, that's how I live. And I said, well, this is totally what I believe, and this is totally how I believe. And she goes, well, this is how I believe, this is what I believe, but I'm not that great at it all the time, but this is what I believe. This is the teachings of Jesus. This is how, you know, and I believe in the teachings of Jesus. It's the only way, is that it goes right into that, you know. And then I was like, well, you know, I don't know. I just know that this is how I live, how I look at it. And, you know, like when people are like, well, what are you doing to try and find a place? It's like, you know, the universe will bring it. And then she's like, I just don't understand. I don't understand this thing with the universe. It's like, why do you think that like there's a God and Jesus? God created It's like, why do you keep thinking the universe can create anything? So I'm like, well, I don't believe. I don't believe that, you know, the same. I believe that it's energy and it creates and it goes, you know, that's just, how was I explaining it? I was like, it is, like like it's, you need a label. You need an idea of a person being like a god or something. I said that's not how I look at it, and she's well, it is, because there is a God. There's one singular God, and He's the creator, and He's the flesh and blood or something. I was like, this is always what it comes down to. Is like, you know, I don't believe in God. That, you know, because otherwise you have to believe in this storyline, or you don't believe in God. It's like, no, it's a different idea. It's a different concept. It's a different belief. It's a different philosophy. You know, it's a different way of looking at things. It's like, to me, religion is very formatted. And I still am totally with that lady who had read that thing and said, where that was like, I don't understand how you people can worship somebody who's so egotistical, who's so hateful, who creates so much division. And there's such a hierarchy. He doesn't love his whole creation. He only loves the ones that love him. It's like, what in the world? And I've thought that this since I was a kid. And so I've always thought it was so strange. And the universe is ever expansive, and it isn't just one God. And when you need a God, when you need to take your knee and bow down to something, then that is your internal need, you're grasping on. And I would think as a Jesus, it would be a burden to have all these people holding on to him for dear life. Um, but see, that's where you can get in a karmic entanglement too. You know, if it came to try and lead people into going internally and saving themselves and stuff, and it turned into everybody hanging on him to try and have a savior or something. But it is like, to me, it is not, there's not just one God. Like I've said, there's a whole bunch of gods out there. A God is what, it's like the God, it's coming from this direction. You want to think it's coming from this direction, but it's coming from the direction of worship. You create the God. You look at this as it's your savior. You are the one that's creating it. And it's unnecessary. It's not the way that the universe works. There's not one judger up there in charge of everybody and everything. And the souls develop, and they know it's like they know the difference from right and wrong. The universe, it's like set in stone. It's like it's a part of who you are. It's the rules are written in you. You don't need, there's not like a judge up there that is making decisions. I don't even understand how that is comfortable to people. To me, it's like, don't you realize how much of your faith is based off of fear of, like, you know, that you're not gonna, you're gonna go to hell, or this guy's not gonna save you or something? Because to me, I don't get it. And so, anyways, however I had said it, I was like, the universe. And she's like, yeah, well, no, the universe isn't created. It can't create it. It's not God. It can't do that. God created the universe. It's not the other way around. It's like, well, so then, so then it turned into, like, I needed to realize it. I needed to come to Jesus, and I know I was going to regret it. Like, I was going in the wrong direction. Like, I've got good bones on it, but I'm going in the wrong direction. So, you know, this God over here that I need to save me, he doesn't give a fuck if you're a good person. Fuck that. You say my name or get the fuck out. It's like, I've never. I used to say this all the time when I was a kid. It used to be, because it would be like, well, you're going to go to hell, you're going to go to hell, you're going to go out. And I would say, so me can be a good person and then do all this good stuff, but they don't know Jesus. And so then they go to hell. Yeah, that's the way it is. Yeah. And it's like, what if they never got the opportunity? What if nobody ever mentioned them? Then how would they know? Well, geez, you know, I guess that, you know, they should have. It's too bad for them. Like, go to hell. I was like, and you think this is okay? I'm like, you're good with this? Well, you know, I'm a good one. I'm going to the right place. So, you know, see you later, everybody. It's like, okay, this is real whack. Like, this is wacky. And but anyways, so I started getting told, you know, that I better get on board with it, and I better, you know, ask for my saving grace. And I said no, and I said I don't believe that. And she said, well, you better. I'm like, well, I don't. Well, you're gonna be sorry. And I said, well, I don't think so. See you later, alligator. It's like, no. And but it always, I mean, this has been going since I was a kid. Always has been, you know. And I don't know, it just kind of weirds me out, because it's like, fuck, I feel like I have some of the answers here if you would just listen. But somehow you're just turned off. You can't hear. It's like, is it the source? Is it who it's coming from? Like, if your preacher started saying it, would you hear it different? Like, but I mean, it's going to become so loud and clear amongst our collective. The only thing is this firewall that's built in, this safety net to keep people in line. So they wrote it in, you know, that the big deception, the great deception will be coming. You're not a god. Aliens are devils and all that stuff. So, yeah, it's a lot to overcome. There's a lot of, but we also had a discussion again on the rapture thing. And I was like, because she said, well, she's going to be rapturing. And I said, I just don't get it. Why do you want to? I said, it's going to be heaven on earth. And she said, yeah, but that's where I'm going. And I said, well, then that would be the people who would be leaving would be the negative people, the bad people. Nope. No, we're going, and then that's how the heaven on earth comes. I was like, well, I guess you could look at it that way. No matter what, it's the splitting apart of the two energies, the negative and the positive. So you could look at it as the rapture is the ones going in the one direction, and however you want to look at it, you know. But as far as I'm concerned, that there is a light and a dark. The light, which would be the love, the light, the age of Aquarius, um, the oh wow, what was it? Oh yeah, okay, the learning how to not be resentful and hateful and judgmental and all that stuff is, you know, that new world. But there's a lot of people who think they're, you know, gonna rapture, who hold on to a lot of the judgment, hateful, and all that stuff. So it's like, but the ones that are, you know, it's, I don't know, the ones that are like mindlessly murdering or something, the ones that don't give a crap about people, like in the Sumerian tablets where it says, or some kind of translation of the Sumerian tablets or something, it says something about that people who are, you know, it prioritize their Gucci purse over, you know, walking past somebody starving in the streets. It's like those people who just are disconnected, don't care. Then they'll go learn lessons to care. So they'll just go off and learn more lessons to care. And lessons to care can be hard lessons, but anyways, that's what, you know, it's not like the end of the world. It's just like, no, you'll go that way and go learn those lessons. We'll go this way and go learn our lessons. And which has little to do with revenge unless you're trying to learn how to let go of revenge. But I just found it interesting now that they have a new show coming out that's all about revenge. And not only that, it's Ryan Murphy, which I was already questioning him, his persona, his role in this whole thing. Of is he an indoctrinator programmer? Is he a disclosure truth teller? And he always has some truth in there, but then there does seem to be a format of direction of where he wants you to look at things. So I don't know, because it can also be like you're watching something that's so fucking gross that it's so huge that it makes you see it in a different way. Just like when you get sick and you puke and then you can't stand to have that again. So it's kind of that kind of same thing. But they've got this new show coming out, and it's got a whole bunch of people. Kim Kardashian, like, girl, give it up. Like, what in the desperation? Like, you're trying to make yourself valid. Like, now you're going to have everybody like, oh, you're such a good actress. Ryan Murphy's always trying to push on her and stuff. He's always sticking her in his shows. It's like, I don't want to be mean, judgmental, or calling anybody a useless tramp or anything like that. But, you've put yourself in that role, and you are, just blackmailing, blackmailing mannequin doll, like whatever chick. So just, I wouldn't watch. There's some of these people I just can't even watch anymore. They just gag me, and so I really like old movies so much better. So many of these people just are, ugh. But it's got Glenn Close. It's got a lot of his regular people that he uses in his shows, because he uses a lot of the same people all the time. Let me think, because there was, Naomi Watts. I don't know if she's been in some of his other stuff, but she's going to be in this one. So he pulls in some big names like Glenn Close and Naomi Watts and stuff to be in this. But so the premise, apparently, is these women who are lawyers who are out to help other women get revenge. So it's all about revenge. It's all about taking matters in your own hand. The powerful woman, she's out for revenge and she'll get it. It's like, that is the opposite. That is not Jesus' teachings, by the way. No. And he did have it, I think he's not the only one. There's been a lot of these teachers who have come along the way. They've made some into very famous so that they could control people and whatever. But this isn't he's not the only one who's talked about it, and it's not a new thing. But yeah, you don't want to be getting revenge. Is a karmic tie. You don't want to be playing these games. You got to pull yourself out of the back and forth with some of these souls, and so you got to let shit go. And there will be people, who keep trying to pull you in. I even wonder, when somebody cuts you off and they won't talk to you and stuff, is that keeping me tied into this karmic thing? Or do they have to go play it out then with somebody else because I pull free from it and by not engaging or something? I don't know. There's some things, you just don't know about. We got all of eternity to figure it out. It's not it's not something that you have to do right. Life is built for making mistakes. Life is built for learning and growing. It's not like you're supposed to come in and know this shit. You're coming in to learn this shit, to experience it. It's not even just to learn it, to sit in a classroom. It's to go in and do hands-on experience, to learn, so it becomes like a part of you. Just like how I say to cook the vegetables in the cast iron, because the cast iron leaches the iron into the vegetables. Then you eat the vegetables, and it absorbs into your body through the absorption of the food. And it's the same kind of thing. It's like a different kind of absorption of the learning and experiencing. It becomes a part of you, a part of your structure, a part of your DNA, a part of the facets that become who and what you are. So it's, living life and all these life cycles and life experiences is productive for the soul. So anyways, the Let me think. How long? Oh, fluent talk. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? It's only 50 minutes? Jeez. Time seems weird. God, everything seems weird. And I'm gonna try and oh yeah, that was another thing too. When I got up, my account is in the negative. It's like, what in the world? And there's this big Amazon charge thing. It's like, well, what is this charge for? It's like I had ordered my stuff. The stuff had come. There's two things that have not come that I thought I was already charged for, but no matter what, they come to $15, not $56. So I don't even know what the fuck. There's nothing else that it should be being sent or coming. So I don't know. I did order some tea bag, just the tea bag things. They're supposed to be here today, so I'm gonna make up a bunch of tea bag stuff to be able to take on my trip too. So I'll have my teas with me, and and I'm gonna try and just cook up a shit ton of food, so that I'm hoping that even if I cook it all up, that even when I get back, that I'll have enough to not have to cook maybe for the whole time. I'm just gonna cook up a whole bunch. I'm gonna go Wednesday when I get paid and buy some more and just cook it all up and put it all in bags and have it all ready. And I swear to God, Stella can eat a pot of soup a day. So I'm gonna have to cook like 2 or 3 every day to even keep ahead. And so, man, I don't even know how much that's gonna come to. Like, I don't even know if I end up being able to at least get all of it cooked up before I go for the trip, then I guess I'll just be happy with that. She just eats and eats and eats and eats. And she's not getting fat. That's another thing too. It's just like all the animals are just, everything is having a reaction to whatever's going on. And the animals that around here, there's lots of sneezing and coughing, and there's the Sheba, that one cat that had come. It eats and eats and eats, and it is also skinny. It's the same with Stella. She eats and eats and eats and is skinny, but that is also can be a sign. That is a sign for the big P growing inside of you, because it's eating everything and you're not getting any nutrition, and so you are getting thinner, but the thing that's inside of you eating everything is getting bigger. And so that is one of the things. But I have her on the dioxide stuff every day. I'm giving that in their water. So whatever, I'm just trying to kill whatever we got going. And also another symptom I'm having is these weird pain, like these electrical shooting through my body, and these aching, and my joints being so swollen. And even when I'm walking, like you can tell when they're swollen, because they kind of like don't move the same. They'll make more noise. And so all that swelling and stuff is coming from some kind of chemical that my body doesn't like. And then my body starts overreacting, trying to get it out. And then it just, I don't know. Everything that they try and do is to make sure that those chemicals can get inside of us and stick. And, but the thing with that AIDS, that all these people were realizing or knew where it came from, who the source of the creator was. And that is like what TikTok did not want people to share. Like, they're bullying. They're bullying that looking Dr. Evil. Like, fuck off. I'm so fucking sick of censorship. I'm so on here. Like, all the fucking bullshit. Just fucking bullshit, man. And it is like, it's like we're being pulled back like this rubber band, and it's very tight, and it's like, but it's going to go and snap. That's going to be a snap back. So when things change, things are going to change quick. It's going to be like a snap back. It's the way it's being pulled and everything seems really slow, and tedious, and long, and drawn out. But when it snaps and it goes and it flips, that is going to feel like, whew, it's going to feel like a whirlwind. It's going to feel like a total flip. It's going to feel like, you've been getting ready for your cartwheel, but then all of a sudden you're going to flip over for your first cartwheel. It's like, oh my God, I went all the way over. That is what it's going to be, this hard thing. It's going to really, we're really going to feel that part of it. And that is, to me, the part that is the awakening part, the part where the impactful part, the people all like, it turns them on somehow. It turns their souls on. It connects them to themselves. And their soul is connected more to the universe and stuff. That's the weird thing, too, is how religion has people, like, they're connected to their soul, kind of, but it's redirected through a third party, kind of. And so it's like they keep it distant from the universe, but they keep it under control over, like, they manage it. And so many people allow this for themselves, allow this control. Like, they don't question it. It's blind faith. It's fear-based faith too. Because I really am curious, like, what is the draw? If it's not because you fear going to hell, you fear if you weren't, if everybody else is doing the right thing and you didn't, and you were the only one, and you go to hell. There's just like so many people are like, well, I gotta believe too, because that's, you know, uh, and then everybody desperately looks for confirmation. They're always looking for confirmation. Well, the Bible says this, and this is, there's so much with the prophecy and what's happening and stuff. The thing is like, that's not the only prophecy out there. There's a whole bunch. And you're overlooking all the other. Like, if you're giving all this reverence to this one, well, this one's right. See, this is it. This is it. It's like, well, there's a whole lot of other ones. And there's a lot of us that are listening to other ones. So how can you always discount or dismiss our point of view? How does it always have to fit in, factor into what you believe, your belief system? Because I think that is, those are a lot of things that people need to work on. They're, this hierarchy, this hatefulness. There's so much hatefulness involved with the religion. And, oh, one thing too is, like, I have been noticing, like, some of these podcasters, they are so fucking hateful and divisive. Like, they are just, they make it a joke, making fun of people, laughing at people, just talking shit on people all the time. And and I, it's like, that is, I mean, it may feel right to some of these people, but it's not the right way to go. You gotta stand back and see. You gotta stand back and see what's playing out. And, and your hatefulness that's coming up to the surface is for you. You want to blame them because they brought it out of you, but no, it's in you. It's just like, it doesn't come out of everybody. And then there's so many of these people who are on the TV doing it, and then their followers are just like, yeah. It's like creating a hate train. It's like, if you find yourself just sitting and laughing with people who are just making fun of people, just pull away from that energy, is all I can say. Is just take notice of, like, oh, everybody's laughing at making fun of people. That's not, no, that's not the direction that you want to go. You want to go in the direction of compassion and empathy and seeing the bigger picture. When people don't see what's happening, it's because their light hasn't come on yet. It's not their time. They'll see it when they're supposed to see it. It's not up to us, but when we're hateful and judgmental and sitting there, oh, they're too stupid, they're stupid, they're an idiot, they're an asshole. It's like, you gotta be more compassionate and more caring. That's the direction, you know. If whatever direction you want to go in this rapture situation, I want to go into heaven on earth. I want to go into abundance. I want to go into living free and getting to just live and experience in this. It's not going to be like in the three-dimensional, but it's still going to seem like that. It's still going to be like a world around us that we're going in to experience. It just, I guess, we won't feel as we'll have more awareness of it, the holographic world around us or something. I'm not sure. I don't know. Because, yeah, I mean, they said there, we're moving out of 3D. Well, we're still going to have some kind of world that we're looking at. We're still going to be in some kind of an existence. We're still going to be out there creating homes and creating our own space and stuff, interacting with one another, enjoying music, in some cases enjoying food. I just don't know how that's going to go. There's going to be a lot of changes over food and the consumption and stuff like that. There's going to be big changes over some of the things where people start seeing like what they've been really eating. Like that's another thing that we're always at odds about too, because she thinks that I'm just sounding so crazy. Well, Donald goes to McDonald's all the time, so I'm sure they're not feeding us that. It's like, yeah, they are. And because Arby's just got busted. Some Arby's, I don't know which one, but got busted with having a person in the freezer. Like they're just cooking that up. But there's been some McDonald's that have been busted. And this whole meat packing factory thing, they're all gangsters, and they've got to get rid of the bodies. So, you know, and that when they only need some kidneys and hearts and lungs, like whatever these organs are that these people need, when they only need that shit, then there's a lot of discard, which I don't know if I had said on here, but when Donald was out doing his tour, did you see what I was talking about? The Saudi prince, how huge he is to him. Donald is giant, and that Saudi prince guy is giant to Donald. He's huge. I was saying, I swear to God, these people, some of these tribes, like, I'm not going to say every single person in Saudi Arabia, because there's a lot of different people who have moved into these places, but there's certain tribes that are other, like, beings. Like they come from somewhere else, or more of a giant lineage or something. Like Vikings, like these Anunnakis are supposed to be coming back. They're supposedly huge, like 7 or 8 foot. And Mateos de Stefano, he gave like a picture of what some of the different beings look like and stuff. And to me, the one what he showed with the Anunnaki, they look like Vikings. They look like these big fucking Vikings. They look good looking, but I was thinking that there's some of these are descendants, some of these tribes that were colonized a long time ago, and they're descendants from some of these other beings. But over here, where the original Earthlings, they are some kind of original form was some kind of an animal or something. But then there's been so much science stuff. Like there's, you know, some of us are clones and stuff. There's like this science world that has been going on here for a long time. But no matter what you are on the outside, it doesn't matter. You're just here for that experience. It's the inside is who you are. The outside has no significance other than what you're here to experience. And so the inner side of you is real. So it doesn't matter if you're a clone. That doesn't mean your soul's a clone. It's like your soul is real. It doesn't matter if you're an earthling or if you're a hybrid or you are a colonizer or whatever from some other planet, from somewhere else. We're all souls inside. So it's just the suit for the experience. It's like your spacesuit for your experience. And your spacesuit is also talking to you through its like description of itself. And so it promotes or it triggers different things for you to grow and learn about yourself. And so there's a significant part to you when you're paying attention, and it will help you to grow, like like being insecure and getting over it. Well, it helps you grow. So whatever it is you're insecure about. So, when I was a kid, I was insecure because I was so much taller than the other girls. I always felt like, a real uh, goofus. And then I was always like this oddball, anyways. People thought I was so odd, so it just went along with the thing. And it created more insecurity where I became desperate looking for somebody to like me. I didn't know how to like myself. I couldn't even understand myself. I couldn't see myself. And so I was always looking in the reflection, looking back at me. And then it ended up being, lots of men who, then it becomes like a manipulation. They like you, but it's not really you that they like. But they want to control you because they want to own you. And so it's like, that's all lessons. It's all lessons. It's all you coming into yourself. It is kind of, in the soul level, it is like this, what is that called? Those movies where the teenagers coming into adulthood or whatever, it's like this coming into their own. It is kind of like that kind of thing with souls coming into their own. This is like this development of coming into your own truth or something. But that doesn't mean like you've never done it before. Like, I think part of it is just you're connecting to yourself to remember. You're remembering your truth. You're remembering who you are. You're remembering your abilities and stuff. So it's not like just getting them, but you're connecting to yourself to have them. And so, anyways, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of lost in my own fucking forest of trying to figure it out. Because that's what I do. I do try and, but it's like the stuff that comes into my head. It's the stuff that I notice. But it's like sometimes where it starts being like you're trying to put too many things together, you're trying to understand too many things. It's like, we're trying to get it to a place of understanding that we can understand, but it's way above us. And that we're trying to minimize it and limit it in order to understand it. And it's way more broad than that. And that's why you got to just be more vague and just be like, you don't have all the answers. Hopefully we'll understand more. But supposedly there's in alien communication that they have even said we don't even understand it all. Like the higher spiritual beings, they don't even understand how it all works. So it's a mystery, but it's in all different levels. It's just weird because it's trippy because in one level we're having an experience and we're getting consumed by our character. In another level, we're just energy zipping around out there. And so it's weird. It's weird. So anyways, let me think if there was something else. There's just tons of weird stuff, and everything seems intense. It's like, again, that same thing where the day is like this more intense energy, like, oh my God, would you just walk a little faster? Would you just good? It's just like, oh, it's irritating. And so, but it's also, it's rainy and really crappy. So it's kind of like, it's like the universe wants you to stay in a state of introspection, a state of relaxation, a state of mind where you can absorb information or energy, let it bounce off of you or something. I feel really bad for the people who are out there just trying to still maintain this world. And that is one thing too, is like, the holding on to it. But now I see it so much of like the letting go of it. How necessary it is to let go. And there's other ways to live. Like they've got us convinced and trapped in this concept. Even the other day when I was talking to my mom about something, because Allstate, it was before Congress, and the fucking shenanigans, the goddamn insurance is so fucking corrupt. I've been saying it for a long time. You motherfucking corrupt bullshit. And it's just a full-on sign when you are forced to have something like that. That is gangster shit. You can't force us to have this shit. So, also was on, but State Farm just a few weeks ago, their CEO was caught on a hot mic saying the same kind of fucking shit. And it's all these shenanigans. And so I said, well, betcha, I hopefully these other insurances are going to be going and they're going to be getting pulled up. And so she starts reevaluating, like, you know, how much she is paying. She's over, you know, she wants to make sure she's covering it all, and that they probably wouldn't even pay her. It was like, no, they wouldn't. That's what I'm fucking talking about. It's fucking shenanigans. And because they're not paying out, and their CEOs and all these people are getting rich as fuck. They've got all this money and they're not paying out to people. Like, insurance companies are just getting rich as fuck. Like, okay, that's a little weird. And so, especially in the time where there's one fucking disaster after another, but the insurance companies are just getting rich and people are losing everything. So, anyways, that got the thing where she was like, man. And it's like, yeah, that's the fucking trap, man. When people just keep on paying it and it keeps on going. It's like, you know, it's like when you got to stop and stand up for yourself and say, like, this is some bullshit. Then you stand up for yourself. Then you find out, well, it's gangsters. They'll come and fucking break your knees. They'll take all your shit. So that's why we all got to come together and stand in a united front. Because when it's individual, they just come in and just, you know, take us out. And that's why, you know, that's why I decided to stand in the sovereignty with the poor. You know, they're taking all their homes and stuff. It's like, I don't need one. I'm not paying these bitches. I'm not going to support the people who are taking the homes from all these people. Like, I will stand on the side with these people. And, you know, if that means living in a tent for months or whatever, if it ends up being years, I guess. At some point, I'm going to have to get something. I have to get a camper or something. If that's, you know, however long this is dragging out, because then I know in the future is a home with a big yard and all the stuff I want. But I don't know when it fits in. I don't know what the timing is on it. So it's just like, you got to just let it come when it comes and make the best of things. You can't just sit in your pity party because things aren't the way that you want them to be or you think that they should be. You got to just allow things to play out, because behind the way that things play out is the lessons you gain to learn. It's what you gain to experience. And so you got to let the things play out, and you got to be part of it, like aware of it, interactive with it, so that you can get your lessons and the stuff that you're here to learn from the experience. So anyways, however long it drags out, just how long it drags out, but you can live in a tent, even though I feel lucky, you know, to be able to live in a shelter in a tent in a garage. But there is, and I have a lot of things. Like, I have a place to sit and make my food. I have a place to sit and make my tea. I have a refrigerator to keep my stuff cold and stuff, where there's a lot of people who don't have any of that stuff. But to me, it's like we all just got to keep coming together, and it's gonna take some of us to let go of the things and trust that it's gonna come back to us, because we're standing on the side of the light. We're standing up for the light. We're standing for what's right. And the light will pay us back at some point in time, because it will pull forward, because the light will begin the dominant force and the dark will recede, but we're still in the process of it going. So anyways, I'm still going to stand on the side of the light, still stand for what's right, and still stand up against these fucking bankers, even if it seems kooky. And, you know, if it ends up, you know, whatever happens, happens. You just got to go with the flow. No, you know, and I don't know. I mean, any fucking encounter can be like, well, you know, you just need to go. But maybe, you know, I mean, the rapture, anything can go. Anything can happen. The sky could open up today. And spaceships start coming down and people landing. And there's just no telling. No telling what will happen. So anyways, the hair, I am pretty sure I am not going to get the chews again. I'm in my third pack of them. It's like, this isn't as dramatic, like, you know, those girls that have it down here in 3 weeks and shit. I think biotin, especially the thing is my fingernails. When I'm taking a bunch of biotin, my fingernails grow. My fingernails are all so broken. So I'm going to go back on the biotin. And right now I've got some and I'm doing them both. And so I'm going to see how that goes. But I don't think, because I was doing it at first with both. And then I thought, oh, well, I don't need the biotin probably. So I stopped doing it and my fingernails all broke. So now I'm going back on the biotin. But I think I'm just going to stick with that. I'm not going to spend the extra $40. I'll buy 4 bottles of biotin then and take a whole bunch of those. Take a few throughout the day or something. Because I'm going to use the fingernail as the monitor thing too. So, anyways, and this thing, it's whatever it's doing. It's kind of, I don't know, it's doing something. And then it interferes always with this spot in my eye. So, and the only thing I can do about that is keep trying to do black seed oil, and that is to kind of dry up any kind of mucus or whatever's trying to live there. It dries it like it has nothing to live off of. And so trying to, and I don't know what all, you know, I don't know what all botulism lives off of in our illusion of a body. Oh my God, this whole thing is so weird. This stuff is always so weird to me. So, anyways, today is going to probably be a day that I'm going to take some naps. And I guess cook food, take naps. And, oh, I do have to take my mom up to the store. So, anyways, and fucking whatever with my fucking bank account. I was just thinking if I had cash. No, I think I spent it the other day because I was thinking I need to get some of those Ziploc bags so I can start cooking this food. So, anyways, I'm just gonna say it again, say it every day, is that I'm telling you, don't want to be working on revenge and hatefulness, controlling the universe and following in divisiveness and stuff like that. What you want to do is work on you and work on accepting yourself, and that it helps you accept everybody else. But you got to learn how to love yourself, love everybody, and then how to have the day that you want to have, because it's totally up to you. So anyways, then we'll talk about it again tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye.